Okay, so this video file, we're going to just take a bunch of CMSs created with the Geosight MineEye software and then brought into AutoCAD and converted to a solid. So in this case, I'm going to take these drifts, which is overcut and undercut, convert them into a solid, then union all three of the CMSs together, and then take the entire mess and subtract the drifts from all those solids. First thing I want to do, you see there's a little piece of a drift hanging off here. I want to get rid of that. So first thing I want to do is convert this solid to a mesh. Sorry, the other way around. This mesh to a solid. Okay, so now if you check, you see it's a 3D solid. When I go down here, this one's still a mesh. So UCS view, so I'm just going to use a slice command. And I just want to slice this off. Okay. Oh, try it again, slice. There we go. So I can get a volume on it. So it's less than a cubic meter. I'm just going to delete that. All right, let's convert this one to a solid. So now I've got these converted into solids. I'm just going to save as, and I'm going to save that to that format. So now I've got three drifts. All right, I've got these two drifts in solid format. Now I'm going to bring in my three CMSs that I converted to solids. So I'm going to insert each of those. So here's number one. So these are quite big, so they'll take a little bit of time. I'm already pre-exploding them. Actually, before I do that, make sure I'm in world format before I import them in. Also my units, I want to make sure that I'm set for unitless, because I don't want them to do any scale changes, because one set to imperial, one set to metric, and it converts it in size, so it converts the imperial to metric or the metric to imperial. So unitless means don't do anything. All right, so let's try that again. So insert, browse. So I'm going to bring this one in first, and I want it exploded. It's going to go to 0, 0, and I don't want to scale change it. All right, so this will take roughly a minute to import. So I'm just going to pause my video here while it's importing. Okay, so here's my first one brought in. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here before I go any further. So I just want to make a couple of layers here. So this is 475 inf, and I want to move that to that layer. Okay, and let's make a drift layer. Actually, I've got them here. So there's 475 and there's 500, so those are already layered. All right, so let's bring in, and by the way, this one, you'll notice it is a solid as well. It's important that they're solids, otherwise I won't be able to do Boolean functions on them. Okay, so let's bring in my next one. So that's this one, sup1. And by the way, that last one took about a minute to import, maybe a minute and a half. This one, let's just load up a timer so we can see how long it takes. Let me just reset this, hit start, and hit OK. And I'll just put a pause on my video here. Okay, so that's that one. Let me just bring this back up. So it took a minute and 30 seconds roughly to bring the second one in. Here's the second one here. Stop that. I'm just going to do another layer here. So 475, sub 1, and grab it. And again, it's a 3D solid. And I want to move it to sub 1. Okay. While I'm at it, I might as well turn off. I'm going to freeze those two layers. And let's insert the third one. And it should take roughly the same amount of time because you can see they're all 13 meg in size. And hit OK. And again, I'm going to pause this. Okay, so this is the third one is imported. And it took a little over a minute. Now, where is it? That's this blue one right here. No? This is it right here. Okay. So let me grab another layer. So 475 sub 2. Okay, I'm just going to move it to sub 2. Turn off sub 2. And then sub 1. Perfect. A bit of text there. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So now I've got these three there. So now I've got these three volumes. And I want to basically join them together into a single volume. Now, the reason why I'd want to do this is because they share a volume between them. I want to know what is the total volume and not just doing a straight addition of volumes. I want to know what is the volume where the combined area that's shared gives me the total volume of all three. So I don't want to double count any overlaps. So it will give me the volume without the overlaps. Okay, so here they are. Those are the three of them. Let me take one of them here and change its color so you can see them better. So that's SUP 1. So let's take SUP 1 and make him red. This will take a second. So it's quite big. There we go. So now you can see the three separate volumes that we're dealing with. So what I want to do is join those together into a single volume. And then I'm going to convert that back into a mesh to export it to another system. Or maybe actually I'll bring in the drifts and subtract the drifts from that volume, that total volume. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm just going to save this.